Hey y'all, what the fuck going on? What's shaking? Happy Thursday. I know it's late, y'all. By the time some of y'all see this, it's gonna be happy Friday. For some of y'all, it's gonna be happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Okay, so boom, we doing straight no chaser Thursday. And on this straight chasing Thursday, we'll be doing hot news, you feel me? Thank you all for watching. My name is Bonnie KB Banks. Welcome to the Truth Seeker Tarot. Are you ready for your truth, y'all? Are you? Anything y'all gonna need from me is gonna be in the description box down below. Okay, so let's see what we got going on in this newsletter. Hot news. Now, Most High, what messages or what do you have for us in this newsletter with hot news? We in Leo season. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna keep them in the cross too. So we have self-worth 2032 breaking down into a 5 in the cross. We also have daughter value. This my get money card. It's also in the cross 31 breaking down into a 4. So right now, as far as the energy is concerned, with this self-worth, for this to be in the cross, this kind of gives the energy of right now a lot of us have either mastered our self-worth, as well as some of us may still be working on our self-worth, and some people may be avoiding self-worth. And the reason why I'm saying this is those that are learning self-worth or has learned it, for those that learn this value of self-worth, they would be the big heart. For those that are learning their value of self-worth, this would be the little heart. But for those that don't even want to pay attention to the self-worth journey or the self-worth let's say lesson or whatever God had them working on in regards to loving on themselves, she's looking away from these two hearts. So with this being in the cross, I'm gonna take the upside as those not wanting to focus on their self-worth journey, and the bottom half we're gonna take those that have learned their lesson as well as those that are learning their lesson. Okay. Now in this middle section over here, we're gonna keep that in the cross. So with this door to value, this feels like an open and closing with this 31 breaking down into a 4. So for some people, the door to value is actually opening up. So this is like opportunities opening up, things coming together, money getting better, money possibly growing, expansion, all of that. As well as for some people with this door to value, their opportunities may be closing. Now, for those that opportunities may be closing, considering all this gold and everything else that's outside of the door, as well as money, and the door is closed, this feels like somebody's resources. Like this feels like some people's resources are opening up, and some people's resources are closing off. Oh Lord, what's at the bottom of the deck? Summon card 13 breaking down into a 4. As far as this balance, as far as finances in this middle section is going, with the summoning card, that's being called to do something. So for those that did what they were supposed to do, their resources are expanding. For those that didn't do what they were supposed to do, their resources are, drying up. As far as those that were called to focus on their self-worth and called to focus on their self-love journey, boom, they're getting rewarded. For those that don't want to pay attention to the self-worth journey or their self-love journey, or don't want to pay attention to, excuse me, or don't want to pay attention to this feels like don't want to pay attention to not just what God told them to do, but this is like God putting something in someone's face and somebody like blankly not wanting to pay attention to it. So it's all type of stuff going on in this newsletter. Okay, boom. Most I give us one. Well, thank you. I'm glad that those two pop right on out. We got yin and yang and a woman holding a heart. 22 and 44. Ooh, I like this. Now these are two master numbers. So with this 22 and this 44, in certain areas of life, God is either really like this feels like somebody moving up a level like really fast. 22 does break down into a 4. 44 does break down into an 8. God is stabilizing things. But outside of God stabilizing things, with this yin and yang and this woman holding a heart, this feels like a cycle is completed. Though for a lot of us, God has put us in this place of wholeness. And with this woman holding a heart, this kind of feels like it's up to us to keep this sacredness of this wholeness that God is giving us. I like this as this being on the very end. I do. As well as for some of you all in the love department, because now you're at this place of wholeness with this woman holding a heart, now you're able to attract love. Not manifest love, but attract love. The difference between manifesting love and attracting love is basically like you've done the work on yourself already. So the things that are being like pulled towards you or drawn towards you, they seem like they're more on the same level of what you're looking for or what you're wanting. The difference is manifesting love, you can only manifest at the level of where you're at. So whatever level of self-love that you've done, that's the only level of love you're able to manifest. But this kind of feels like when you being at a place of wholeness, you attracting this love is going to be a whole lot different than actually manifesting it. Okay. And then we got lust at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Now with this lust card, because some of you all have learned this lesson in self-worth, and because some of you all are resources and things about you are growing, people are starting to be more attracted to you. Be very, very mindful of the way we vetting on the ways and the way we're vetting these people with being in our life. Because with this self-worth, this feels like mixing in with some of this energy, we would end up fucking ourselves up. 32 breaking down into a 5. We would end up changing something about our energy, linking up with these type of people, places, and things. So let's get to it. Let's see. Most High, give us the top half of the self-worth card. Now, the top half is the lady not even wanting to pay attention to the heart. So these are the people that are not even wanting to pay attention to the self-love journey. They don't want to work on themselves. They don't want to become better people. They don't want to acknowledge what's going on inside of them. Look, conjuring legacy. People don't realize that this feels like avoidance. The avoidance that they're doing with themselves, they're setting up a legacy for it. And when I say setting up a legacy, this feels like they're setting themselves up for a cycle. They're setting themselves up for things to be stuck in stone that way, or for things to be that way. We got the Leo card at the bottom of the deck. It says Uran, joy and light. Now with this Uran, this feels like you need to be getting up on it. You need to be like really doing some shit for real. You need to be moving. So some people, God is trying to get them moving on their self-love journey, trying to get them moving on their self-worth journey. But these will be but with this legacy card, this feels like people that are talking the talk, but not people that are walking the walk. Okay, so they go there. What the fuck Wednesday popping up over here again? People that are talking the talk, God is putting something in front of their face to make them kind of get in the energy of being on the path of walking the walk. But with these people here, it's an avoidance. It's something they don't want to face, or it's something they don't want to acknowledge. No, it's something they don't want to say. That's what it is. This kind of feels like an accountability, but it's not so much as an accountability to anyone else. This is an accountability to themselves. Even though the other card for Leo that I have in this deck, it would be the strength card, but it's actually, it says accountability on here. In Leo season, people that were talking the talk, they have to take some form of accountability. And a lot of these people, they don't want to. And them taking this accountability is in the form of something they have to say. Or yeah, this feels like something they have to say. People are avoiding acknowledging and saying what needs to be said, or people are avoiding like really like noticing like the fucked up shit within themselves. Ooh, Most High, give us the bottom half of this self-worth card. These will be the people that learn their lesson in self-worth, or those that are learning their lesson in self-worth. And that's so crazy. The first card that popped out, it fell on the floor. We're not gonna keep it. We got glamour energy, glam. For those that are learning, this feels like for those that learned their lesson in self-worth, you all are sitting pretty, you all feel good, you all are doing good. You see how she's sexy right here? I give a little leg and I take a little leg back. I give a little shoulder and then I take the shoulder back. Ace of Cups over here. So even though it fell on the floor, we're not going to keep it. For those of you all who have learned this lesson in self-love, things are growing for you. Look at this bush and bush and these pretty flowers that are growing next to her. For a lot of you all, you may be putting new flowers in your home or switching out the flowers in your home. For others of you all, you're starting to dress more sexy. And with this dressing sexy, this doesn't necessarily feel naked. This just feels like dressing up in clothes that you feel good in. Dressing up and, and this feel like putting that shit on, but it's not like you putting that shit on for other people. You putting that shit on for yourself. I like this, but like I said, those would be for the ones that have learned this lesson in this self-love journey. Yep. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, celebration. For those that have already learned this lesson in self-love, you all are celebrating right now. Ace of Cups. It's like you all are happy within this space you're in. You're happy with who you're becoming. You're happy with the circumstances and the things that are going on around you. Okay, cool. I like that. Now, for those that possibly are learning, future love letter, I love you. For others that are still possibly learning this lesson in self-worth, you're not learning. You're falling in love with yourself. Future love letter, I love you. You're falling in love with who you're becoming. You're falling in love with who God made you to be. You're falling in love with the present you and possibly the future you versus you being so in love with the past you. So those that have learned or are learning this lesson in self-worth, they're loving themselves and they're loving their circumstances and they're loving who they're becoming and they're loving the energy that they're going in. Okay, so boom, the walkers are loving how they're walking, or the walkers love walking, or the walkers are loving what they're surrounded by as they're on their journey. Because boom, even though she's sitting still, it's still this would still technically be like a garden, or this would be things still growing around her. So while some of you all are focusing on your self love or your self worth for yourself, things are extremely growing around you. Now, for the talkers that are having this avoidance, they don't want to face the problem. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to say what needs to be said. Everything that's coming out of their mouth, this feels like excuses. The talkers are coming up with excuses. The talkers are coming up with excuses. The talkers are coming up with justifications. This feels like saying anything. The talkers are saying anything right now to avoid having to take accountability. The talkers are saying anything right now to avoid having to walk the walk. The talkers are saying anything right now. This kind of feels like, I don't know why I heard it. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, let me know if you understand. The talkers are trying their hardest to woo people. That feels like the talkers right there. The talkers are like, does anybody understand? Does anybody care? Does anybody care about me? And Yep, the talkers are wanting a pity party. The talkers are wanting those excuses, justifications, all that shit. What the talkers don't know, the more they keep talking and the more they don't walk, the more stuck they're going to be. 11 minutes. Let's get off this first fucking section. Anyway, Most High give us we're going to do this one different. Most High give us the side where people, resources are expanded. So things balancing out, things working out. With this 31 breaking down into a 4, this definitely is a balance. It says hood love community. Ooh. So you all are getting support from all around. For those of you all who resources are opening up, you're receiving support from everywhere. With this hood loving community, this feels like you getting you ain't getting the fuck boy price. You getting like, this kind of gives the VIP backstage pass, but you didn't pay for it. You knew somebody in the ticket, booth, or you knew somebody in the ticket office, and they fucked with you just that enough that where they like, hey girl, I saved you 2 tickets. There you go. Or hey, I put this aside for you. There you go. Or hey, I got this for you. There you go. That's what this feels like. A lot of you all whose resources are opening up with this hood love and community. This also could be your spiritual team, your ancestors, your spirit guides. They have people, places, and things in the community around you, assisting you and helping you, putting you where you're supposed to be, putting you where you need to be. Exactly. Silent retreat, silence. Yeah, this would be ancestors, spirit guides. So your ancestors and spirit guides may be actually putting it on people's heart to help you, or putting it in people's mind to help you, or putting it on other people to show love or to give some. You see how it looks? This would be what was this thing called? It's not a vortex. What is this damn thing called? I forgot what this little thing in the middle is called. But whatever this is, it's kind of like a setup. That's what I'm gonna call it, a setup. So then with this setup, this doesn't feel like somebody actually trying to set you up. For those of us, because we are using the weed cards, for those of us that do smoke, we know it comes with a setup. For those that drink, you know it comes with a setup. It's almost like, okay, I got my ice, I got my cup, I got my liquor, I got my juice. In regards to weed, okay, I got my grinder, I got whatever I'm gonna roll up in, I got my weed, you feel me? I got my TV show, I got my music. This feels like a setup. Things are, for those of you all whose resources are opening up, you're going to recognize like the path God has you on. Things have already been set up for you. So things that you thought you had to figure out, you don't have to figure out. Things you thought you were going to have to like real deal rack your brain on how this going to get done and how they going to get done. It's almost like you're going to recognize and you're going to see that God already handled all of that for you. Okay, I like that. Look, with this silent retreat, this feels like you just sit there and be pretty. You let us do the rest of that shit. So God may be directing for a lot of us to just sit down while he does what he does. Sit still, don't move. But with this opening up of resources, with this community and this hood love, I love it because this would be like you being showered with some form of support. You being showered with some form of, this feels like this could, yeah, this feels like financial support. This definitely feels like financial support. It does feel like gifts. It does feel like opportunities opening up. I like that. Most High, now give us those at the bottom who resources are being shut off. Who order being cut off, Most High? Look, there go that thing again. But this is the Wheel of Fortune with the gratitude card. So boom, those who resources are drying up, they actually do still have the opportunity to where they can rise up or they can fall. So if your resources are drying up or things don't look the best or things don't look good for you, you still have an opportunity to fix it. But what God needs you to do is something that needs to be said, or it's something that needs to be talked about. It's some type of accountability that needs to be had. And that's so crazy that even though both of these cards are like they're facing opposite sides, like you see, both of these cards are like this. But as you can see, both of the cards that are on the right side, these will be the cards that are of the people that God is blessed and the people that God is helping and working on. It's crazy how the ones on the left side, they're in this energy. So, what's so funny? You see how on the ones where their on the side where their resources are opening up, you see how this piece in the middle. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna look up what the name of this is. But you see how this is in the inside of an ancestor's hand, and it, like I said, they're giving you a setup. Ain't it funny how this Wheel of Fortune, technically that would be on the inside. Oh, for those of you all whose resources are drying up, your resources are going to other people. Like people's ancestors are purposely coming to take your resources and give it to other people. Oh wow! So that's why some of y'all might be so shocked or don't know where all this support and where all this support and all this love and all of these setups and people trying to help you out and people giving you the and people saving tickets and shit for you. You don't know where that's coming from. Those of you all whose resources are opening up, your resources are opening up because your ancestors, your spirit guides have taken other people's resources. Now the people that are resources are being taken, you still have an opportunity to rise up or you can fall. Now with this falling energy, this feels like those that just refuse. These feel like the ones that's gonna keep. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? And that's so crazy. When I kept saying it's a heart, I'm thinking about For the Love of Money video I did a couple months back or a couple weeks ago. That's what this is. So with this accountability, this may be people that need to say they're in love with money and they're willing to do anything to get it. This may be people that need to say they fucked over people for money. This may be people that need to say, like, I was wrong for how I was moving when it comes to money, or I was wrong on how I was moving when it comes to resources. It's some type of accountability that needs to be taking place for those whose resources are drying up. Now, like I said, for those that don't want to take accountability, it's okay, cool. The people that are learning this lesson in love and value and worth within themselves, they're being gifted with your resources. Ooh, shit. Most High, give us this last section, the yin and yang and the woman holding a heart. This feels like the people that are, so boom. This last section, this feels like these are for the cards that are on the right, and this is the far right. So this would be the ending for the far right people. We don't know what's gonna happen to these folks on the left. We really don't. Oh, Most High, give us this yin versus yang and this woman holding a heart. So this would be us feeling whole, us finally being at a place where we fully love ourselves and we fully appreciate ourselves, and we are. Ooh, I like this memory card. And with this memory card, it's giving Pisces or Cancer energy, but it's this snake around her that always fucks with me. Always, always, always. Y'all remember when I said in the beginning that it might be up to us now that God put us in this place of wholeness, now that God put us in this place of loving ourselves, now that God put us in this place of peace, that it was up to our responsibility to keep it or to hold on to it. That's what this feels like with this memory card. In regards to the people on the left, so in regards to the people that are learning a lesson in loving themselves, the people that are learning their own value, the people that are learning to fall in love with themselves, it's going to be up to you to stay at this level and stay at this place. Reason being, it is some snakes around, or it is a snake around, and this snake then wrapped all around her and all type of shit. So this gives the people on the left are in this snake energy, and the actual mermaid is the people on the right. So boom. So the people on the left were the talkers, and the people on the right were the walkers. So boom, walkers, you need to be aware of the talkers, aka the snakes. When you get to this place of wholeness, when you get to this place of loving yourself, when you get to this sacredness of love and all of this, yep, sorcery. These people are coming to suck up your energy. These people are either coming to suck up your energy, or these people want to suck up your energy. And then we got this lust card at the bottom of the deck. So boom, with this next level that we're going to, it's going to be up to all of us on maintaining what God has blessed and given us with. Okay. Ooh. Now we're gonna do this the same way. Most High, give us the future love letter. I love you. Actually, no, we're gonna start over here because we did start with them. Most High, give us the people that don't want to take accountability, the people that are avoiding this self-love journey, the people that are avoiding falling in love with themselves, the people that are avoiding facing what you're showing them with the legacy card. 8 of Pentacles. Now, with this 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles talks about perfecting a craft, perfecting a business, building something up, legacy. What these people don't know is the legacy they're building for themselves. The talkers don't know they're building a legacy of them just simply being talkers. They don't recognize and realize that they're doing it. So this would be like, okay, boom, they're such of a talker. They'll have kids, and their kids will be just a talker. So this is like talkers that, of course, you know, the talkers, they don't do the walking. They just, all they simply do is talk. So these people that talk about what they're going to do, but they never do it. These people throw out ideas of what they're going to do, and they never do it. So these are like literally people that are always talking, but you don't never see them do shit. They don't realize they're building a legacy of them and everybody else just simply talking and not doing shit. Then we got the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, Lord, I'm sorry. Page of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles is the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles talks about self-sufficientness, of feeling abundant. It's also kind of like the energy of feeling whole within self. These people put on the facade, or they talk like, so the talkers are going to forever be a talker of, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. But they will never have any substantial proof or any backing behind them about this or them being this or that or this or that. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So the talkers don't realize the type of legacy they're building for themselves. The talkers don't realize that they're building in the legacy of not only them, but this feels like they bloodline. So boom, the talkers may just not be recognizing and realizing that shit, I'm just talking. Like the dreams, the aspirations, the things I say I want to go after, I never go after them. But they're not going to recognize or realize this until they have kids and their kids do the same thing. And then they're going to recognize like, damn, I set the tone, or I set this pattern of us just being talkers, us not actually being walkers and going after what we want and actually doing what we're supposed to be doing and actually building ourselves up. Oh, shit. We done got deep. Most High, give us this future love letter, this future I love you, the people that are learning this lesson on loving themselves, and the people that are falling in love with themselves, and the people that are doing the work, the walkers. Knight of Swords. I'm out of town, thugging with my round, my pink, my whole brown. I'm not singing that song. That shit, like, y'all, I done came too far in my ratchet days to go back, man. I just done came too fucking far, man. This Knight of Swords, this is a harsh truth and clarity, but this Knight of Swords is my bout that shit card. So even in regards to this self-worth and in regards to this work you put in on yourself, you're about that shit. These are the walkers here. The walkers about to catch a ride. That is so crazy. The walkers, you see, she would just be laying in the grass, minding her own business, or doing her, this was not even laying in the grass, this would be like her walking through the field, her walking the path, her doing what God told her to do. Boom, Knight of Swords, you catch a ride. So the walkers are about to catch a ride on their path. So those that are falling in love with themselves, those that love themselves, those that are coming into learning to love themselves, those of us that are really doing that hard, substantial work on really building ourselves up to be better people. Knight of Swords. Not only is you about that shit, you also about to catch a ride. So God finna come get you. Ooh. So while the talkers are still over here hollering about, is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? You and God over here like, I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds, my pink, my whole brown. Okay. So while you and God turning up, These people over here singing sad love songs. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, we just go scoot that over there, and we just gonna keep on going. You feel me? We just gonna keep going. Yep, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. For those that are learning to love themselves, and those that are falling in love with themselves, and for those that are coming into this place of really like loving and caring who they are, things are starting to be very smooth sailing for you. Things are not as difficult, or as they aren't made as difficult as they want to work. Okay, I like that. Now, because we did this one out of order, I'm going to do this one out of order. Most High, give us the hood love community with the people who resources are expanding. You bringing setups to them. You already took care of certain plans in their path, so they don't have to worry about it already. Look, Magician card. Now, with this Magician card, this is my cracking the code Magician card. So with this cracking the code Magician card and this hood love community, this definitely feels like a code. The code that needed to be cracked in regards to you all progressing, in regards to you expanding, in regards to you really getting to that next level, it has something to do with your self-love or your self-value and you being at peace with it. Because the Magician card has 3 of swords in it. And the Knight of Swords would be the 4th sword. God needed you to be at peace with who he made you to be, how he made you to be, what he gave you, what you have. It kind of feels like grateful and appreciative, but it also feels like simply loving who you are and who God made you to be. No ifs, ands, buts about it. None of that extra shit. None of the over the top shit. It's just simply loving who you are and who God is making you into becoming, and who you're supposed to be. You being at peace with that is why God is setting things up for you. You being at peace with that is why God is moving these mountains for you. You being okay with that, or you being at peace with that, is why God made sure you had certain setups so you didn't have certain things you needed to worry about and certain things fucking with you and stressing you out. So, okay, I like that. See, that's the problem. See, that's the thing that the talkers are not understanding. So that's what this is. So boom, you see how you're willing to accept, like with 3 of Swords energy up in the Magician card, this would be like you're okay with not being this, or you're okay with not being that, or you're okay with not being seen this way, or you're okay with not being seen that way. The talkers, they're not okay with that. The talkers have to keep up their persona or the idea of who they think they are in their head. That's why they're conjuring up this shit, and that's why they talking the way they talking. They have to talk the way they're talking, because if they don't, this would almost be like, with this future love letter, these people have a hard time looking at themselves in the mirror. You see how she's staring straight at her, but she's looking at the paper. These people have a hard time looking at themselves, or these people having a hard time accepting. Thank you, no it ain't. These people have a hard time accepting themselves. These are people that always want to change who they are. That will not necessarily change who they are, because there's nothing wrong with change. Change, especially if it's for the better. But these are people that always want to keep up this idea of I'm this, I'm that, I'm hot shit, I'm that nigga, I'm that female, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. They're being forced to have to keep up that persona, but they don't recognize and realize, again, they're just talking. They don't realize, like, they're not actually a walker. So boom, the shit they talk about and the shit they exude, this feel like the shit they talk about, the shit they put out there, the energy that they put out about themselves is not true. But they have to keep up this facade because they don't want to accept the fact that the facade that they put out there is not fucking true. You're okay with who you show up as. You're okay with who you are. You're okay with with who God made you to be, your flaws, your characteristics, how you show up. You okay with all that shit. That's why your resources and things for you are expanding. For these people, yes, they still have the opportunity. This doesn't feel like they have the opportunity to necessarily expand yet, but they have the opportunity to either rise up, or they have the opportunity to fall. So in regards to this Wheel of Fortune, with the people that are losing their resources, we're going to do this different. Most time for the people that their resources are closing up, but they still have a chance to be risen up, put me one at the top. This is a newsletter here. 6 of Swords. Now the 6 of Swords talks about, this 6 of Swords is being escorted somewhere. So with this 6 of Swords energy, this 6 of Swords energy talks about moving. This does feel like traveling, but this feels like a move. Or this could be, oh, God came and picked you up on the path. This could be like, yeah, they might have to go wait at the train station, but God willing to come pick these people up as well. But they gonna have to pack their bags, meaning they could never go back to the persona. They could never go back to this old facade. Or they could never go back to this person they pretended or wanted to be. But they still have an opportunity to move or to make movement. If we put this Six of Swords with the Magician card, that's the Nine of Swords. Some of these talkers, they have anxiety about this. Some of the talkers have anxiety about this feels like either not being who they portrayed themselves to be, or this Nine of Swords energy. A lot of the talkers are nervous about, this is either the talkers are nervous. Thank you. The talkers are nervous about how they are going to be viewed. Thank you. Because I'm looking at this Eight of Pentacles and this Six of Swords and this Magician card. The talkers are worried about how they're going to be viewed. The reason why the talkers are worried about how they're going to be viewed is because, again, they put out this big ass facade or this big ass persona, or they put out all of this shit as they were this, and they have to uphold that. So because they have to uphold that, this kind of gives the energy of God is like, hey, you can take your accountability and tell the truth. With Six of Swords, the Six of Swords talks about running away from your issues and problems. The Six of Swords can also talk about a sneaky energy. The Six of Swords can be talk about something coming from, like something that was hidden in the subconscious coming to the surface. The Six of Swords also can talk about going to a peaceful place within yourself and within your mind so you can think. With this Six of Swords energy, this feels like these people can be shifted out of this energy of losing their resources, but they're more so worried about how they're going to be viewed by people. But the reason why they're worried about how they're going to be viewed by people is because they put up this facade or they put up this big persona, and now they're having to live up to it. See, the walkers, they don't have to worry about that because the walkers don't give a fuck. The talkers give a fuck. That's why this anxiety is on the talkers the way it is, because they give a fuck. Lord, okay. Now, Most High, give us the talkers that seem like they want to fall or they're gonna fall. Nine of Cups, Lord. For some of these people with this Nine of Cups energy, it's like it's their wish fulfillment to be the persona, or it's their wish fulfillment to be who they talk themselves up to be. And Nine of Cups, ain't nobody gonna break that in them no matter what's going on. You see how in this card Six of Cups is highlighted. So these are karmic people. So these karmic people with this Three of Cups up here, these karmic people, like they refuse to this feels like a disconnect. They refuse to disconnect from the karmic shit. So the talkers refuse. So some of the talkers are refusing to disconnect from the karmic shit, and then some of the talkers are worried about how they're going to be viewed when they leave, or how they're going to be viewed. Period. Yeah, the walkers don't give no fuck. The walkers do not give a fuck. They don't give a fuck at all. Like I said, they're the walkers, their resources are expanding. Things are opening up for them. They're cracking different codes. They're moving and shifting things in and out of their energy, and they're doing it silently without having all these people on their back and up their ass. Yeah. So boom, if we take the Knight of Swords plus the Six of Swords, that's the Seven of Swords, plus the Three of Swords in the Magician card is the Ten of Swords. So when it came to the walkers, the only thing if y'all needed to be worried about was self-sabotaging yourself. So this would be like kind of being in the energy of, let's say, stressing yourselves out, or this feels like stressing yourself out, or feeling like you got to come up with every move, or feeling like you got to you have to make everything happen. Those would be the walkers. God is taking you out of that self-sabotaging energy. As far as the talkers either are self-sabotaging or they're trying to sabotage. Now, they may be self-sabotaging themselves, but they don't recognize or realize that they're actually sabotaging like their bloodline, or sabotaging their generation with this talking shit, with them wanting to be so stuck in what they believe and what they want to view about themselves. Because the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. She looks very fucking comfortable. What didn't trip me out though is that all the tarot cards in this section, the Magician card, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups are all in different suits. Because the Magician card is major arcana. The Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups are minor arcana, but these are, again, two different suits. All of them got the same fucking background. Every last one of them got the same background. The talkers with this Four of Pentacles energy, the talkers' finances are being held up. But the talkers' finances are being held up because they're not recognizing and realizing what either they are connected to, or they're refusing to acknowledge what they're doing or what's going on. Lord, okay. Most High, give us the yin and yang with this woman holding a heart, this wholeness, this whole energy that you've blessed these people that are learning this value, or learning this value, or learning this self-worth within themselves, that you up here vibing and getting lit with and whatnot. Most High, put us a card. As a matter of fact, Most High, put us a card on the snake, because these would be the talkers that are still around. The High Priestess, Five of Pentacles. With this High Priestess energy, your intuition is going to nudge you about this lack energy that these snakes have. On one end, yes, pray for these people. But for two, with this death card. Yep, death card. For on one end, yes, pray for these people. But for two, make sure you're praying for, like, when I say this death card, this feels like, make sure you're praying to ask God to never allow the talkers to touch your energy again. Never allow the talkers to, like, feed off your energy or eat off your energy. Because mind you, you had the Six of Pentacles. Was this? That was, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I'm having to re-record this. So y'all first video and y'all second video is starting to run into each other. But that might have been y'all first video. It didn't get, of course, it didn't get posted because I didn't get to finish recording it because the camera cut off. But hey, we just gonna leave that at that. With this snake energy coming up as the High Priestess and this Five of Pentacles energy, this definitely feels like people that, the talkers, yes, pray for the talkers. And then it's so crazy, the High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles both have the same background. The talkers are being humbled. But with the talkers being humbled, you need to pray for these talkers. The reason why you need to pray for these talkers, it's almost like God is going to set your intuition off when the talkers are around you and the talkers are amongst you. It'll be easier for you to see these people than for the hang one. Thank you, for you to get caught up with these people, and then this is like needing confirmation, or needing God to show you that, hey, this person is really a talker, or this person really ain't about the shit that they say they about, and all of that other good great shit. So again, that comes with the responsibility of us upkeeping this wholeness and this newfound love that we have for ourselves. We got to seriously pray, not just for the snakes that we've known to be in our life, but for the incoming snakes. So this would be like, for the places that you're going, God needs you to make sure to pray over yourself, pray over your blessings, pray over the things that you're asking for. So therefore, these other talkers aren't able to attach to your energy and put you in a Five of Pentacles energy, put you in a place of lack. Okay. Because the Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, that's 12. 12 breaks down into the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles does talk about group work, teamwork. So this, so you won't be grouping up and teaming up with the wrong people. You need to make sure that you keeping, like, so this is like, make sure you keep, like, your prayer game on point, airtight, for real, for real. Ooh, Most High, now put one on the actual mermaid when it comes to this wholeness and this love that we're having to upkeep. Knight of Wands. This love is coming in fast. I like this though. Because with this Knight of Wands, this would be like, with this Knight of Wands energy and this wholeness that you're feeling within yourself, like that, this is what I've been asking. Thank you, the Fool card. This is the clean slate I've been asking for. This is the energy I've been needing. This is the energy I've been looking for. The Knight of Wands is not only, sometimes I say the Knight of Wands is my fuck boy, fuck girl card, but that doesn't feel like this. In regards to the snakes, it's like, stop being nice to the fuck boys. Stop being nice to the fuck girls. All that type of shit. But as far as the Knight of Wands, as far as energy in a whole, true enough, they are impulsive. But the Knight of Wands will show the fuck up. The Knight of Wands is, I'm coming. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm coming. So in regards to yourselves, or in regards to ourselves, we're more so learning how to show up for ourselves. Or we're more so learning how to not lack on ourselves, as far as us showing up for ourselves, as far as doing what needs to be done for self. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Now, Most High, what time are we on? We on 39. Okay, I can do this real fast. Most High, put us a face on the people that don't want to take accountability, and they don't realize the legacy that they're building, and they don't realize that they're setting this example for generations behind them. And this Eight of Pentacles, put a face over here with these people building this legacy, unawakened. Look at that. Unaware, 3D, ego, darkness. Your twin flame is not ready yet. Excuse the whole twin flame part. No disrespect. We don't care about that. What we more so care about is this dark shit. Look, unaware. These people are, didn't I say these people are unaware of the patterns that they setting in their own bloodline and generation, with them just simply being talkers and them not being about the energy of them actually going after the shit they want and really building that shit up. It's like they care more about how they're viewed than they care about like actually getting the shit done or actually making the shit happen. 3D, ego. These people care about materialistic things. They, with their ego, they care more about their pride than they care about the love for themselves. Darkness. These people are stuck in darkness, and they don't realize that they're setting the generations up behind them to be stuck in darkness. Oh shit. What's at the bottom of the deck? Look, divine timing, patience, perseverance, peace. Trust that the divine knows when. Trusting that God is going to make some shit shake. This is the energy of the walkers. That's why the walkers like, I'm just going to do my work. Like, that's so crazy. The Eight of Pentacles is a card that talks about perfecting a craft, working on something, but not with this conjuring and not wanting to face something. No, this is like somebody just working up. This is like somebody working up words. That's exactly what this is. Eight of Pentacles conjuring. This is like somebody working up words or working up a persona or working up an image. That's exactly what this is. That's all they're doing. They're working up an image. They're working up a persona. And they're unawakened at what they're actually doing. Reason being, because if you are really working up the shit that you're talking about, it's almost like, why are you not putting the work in? Why are you sitting up? Why are you sitting up here still trying to keep up a facade or a persona? Lord, Most High, give us the walkers with this future love letter. I love you, and this Knight of Swords. The walkers that are about that self-love journey, about that self-worth journey. The ones that are about that actually doing the work and making shit happen and fighting the fight. Solitude, retreat, introspection, silence, go deep within yourself. Exactly. See, that's what the talkers are scared of. The talkers are scared to dive deep within themselves. The walkers are not scared of that. The walkers are not scared of diving deep. The walkers aren't scared about cutting some shit out. The walkers aren't scared that they may have been the ones that have been the issue and the problem. Because, like I said, the Knight of Swords, this Knight of Swords is normally not about that shit card. That's somebody that'll pull up and do some fuck ass shit and all that other extra shit. Like, or somebody that real deal will be on some fuck ass energy or some fucked up shit. It's like you all took accountability for that. You all really sat in the energy of, okay, I gotta get better. Okay, I can't keep moving like this. Okay, I can't keep handling situations and scenarios the way I have. With this solitude, you went through this solitude period. That's why God is coming to get you. So that's why you and God over there like, I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. And they still over here hollering about, is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, let me know if you understand. Excuse me, talker. Of course the walkers understand, but why aren't you like the walkers and actually walking? Why are you still over here talking? See, yeah, the talkers want to bring up every excuse and every excuse, every justification, well, it was this, well, it was that, and it was this. And it was that. They bringing up so much unnecessary shit that don't mean shit about shit. Get to walking. Come on, man. Also, the talkers are scared of solitude. That's why they care so much about how they're viewed and how people see them. The talkers are scared of being by themselves, and the talkers are scared of facing themselves. So, damn. So, not only are you scared of other motherfuckers, you scared of yourself, too? Oh, hell no. Yeah, walkers, let's go. We got this motherfucker. Look, potential. The talkers are scared of their own potential. Fulfillment, risk, achievement. Your potential is limitless. The talkers don't believe that shit, but they talk like they do. The walkers are the one that really believe this shit, because look, we just got your solitude card, and at the bottom of the deck it says potential. The walkers believe in their potential. The talkers don't. That's the point. Ooh, okay. Let me hurry up. 44, yep. Most High, put us a face over here with the hood love and this magician card. These setups that you've made for the people that walk the walk. Also these ancestors that are opening up their resources. God, you making a way for the people that are walking on this path that thought they had to figure this out and figure that out, and you've already done the figuring out for them. Look at this. Hidden path. Detour, slow down, explore, go in a new direction. Now with this hidden path, oh, this do feel like this is why God came and got you. And with this ego, pride, jealousy, self-preservation, walls, let your guard down. With this being side by side, hidden path, ego, the reason why God did it this way, or the reason why God took you this way, or the reason why things are opening up for you like this, on one end, like I said, y'all were about to walk. Like, y'all walk that walk, y'all about that shit. Y'all are about digging y'all are about digging inside yourselves and seeing where I need to be fixed and what's wrong and all of that. You all doing that, God, that's why God came and got you. But with this hidden path, with these resources opening up, God didn't tell you about the hidden path only because God just needed to see if you was willing to walk the path alone. The fact that you're willing to walk the path alone, God is blessing you. But with this ego, God is also using the blessings that he's doing for you to make the talkers jealous. Oh, shit. So the people that walk the walk, yes, you are pissing the people that talk the talk off. But God is also using you to kind of, it's like, yes, God is using you to kind of piss the talkers off. But God is also trying to show the talkers what happens when they actually walk the walk. That's what this more so is. But they're taking it as, with this pride and jealousy and self-preservation, they're just upset that they didn't go on the hidden path or they didn't get the shortcut. Because with this daughter value that is with the house, Aries had a video like this. So Aries, you might be in here. This is your shortcut. You feel me, Aries? So boom, with this hidden path, like I said, you all didn't see these resources coming. You didn't see these doors opening up for you. God just needed to see if you were going to be willing to do what God asked you to do and do the work that God asked you to do on yourself. But God is also using that work that you're doing to piss the talkers off. It's almost kind of like God using you to see what the talkers really going to do. If they're going to still keep talking or they're going to actually get their ass up and walk. Yep, outcome, results, conclusion, ending. You will get a resolution. God trying to get, not only with this outcome, with your outcome, walkers, your outcome is going to be very beautiful. I can't even lie. But as far as the talkers are concerned, with their outcome, God is using this to see what are they going to do. That's this choice here. So boom, with this Six of Swords, this is like the talkers getting up and be like, fuck it, I'm finna walk. That would be them risen up. Now, if the talkers just decide, no, I'm going to still keep talking, that's the Nine of Cups. So boom, so that would be them falling. So Most High, for the talkers that are going to end up walkers, put us one on the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, and this daughter value. Feminine energy, your divine feminine. You, it says your divine feminine. You, seeking her twin or soulmate. So, okay. So some of the talkers that are now deciding to get up and walk, they were in, this feels like they were in masculine energy. Meaning they felt like they had to make it happen. They had to do it. It had to be on their time. It had to be how they wanted it and all of that. Those talkers are now getting in feminine energy and they're just deciding to walk. So the talkers that were in masculine energy, God is bringing some feminine energy into them to balance them out, and they're about to start walking. Because the Six of Swords is a masculine energy, and with the feminine energy up here, this would be a balance. So yeah, some of the talkers, they're being taken, this feels like no, they're not being taken out of their masculine energy. They're being put in a balance with this yin and yang. The talkers are being put in a place of balance so they can act, so some of these talkers are actually going to start walking. They are. Some of these people are going to be so inspired by the fact that you walk the walk and what God did in your life, and they're actually going to start walking. Okay. Exactly. Offer, gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union. Now with this rejoice in your union and this gesture and this engagement, this again goes like you all went after your blessings and you all did the work that God asked you to do. So now these people are like, you know what, I'm just going to get on the train and do what God asked me to do. Most High give us the Nine of Cups. These will be the talkers that want to keep talking and they want to keep having their way and they don't want to do nothing different. Compromise. Mutual understanding, flexibility, give and take brings rewards. Cycles. Well, these people don't realize they're compromising themselves to be put in another cycle of this same shit again. Now, with these cycles, it has momentum, force, life cycles. Stay grounded in the now. See, the talkers are not recognizing and realizing that either times are changing or things are changing. And they want to continue to sit and be in this energy where they think what they're doing is okay. It's no issue, no problem. They don't realize they're compromising themselves to be stuck in a cycle that they don't want to be stuck in. Because I ain't going to lie, this would be like 2/3 of everybody in this reading would be moving forward. And only 1/3 of a group will be left behind. And these people don't understand with this group that's being left behind, they not gonna like what they being left behind in. Oh shit. Now Most High give us this yin and yang, this whole and centered energy that we're receiving from you and this love within ourselves that we have to uphold. Give us that with the memory card and the high priestess. So this will be us praying. Look, denial. You see when I said with that snake and denial, repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. That's why another reason, even though I'm not going to keep it, this is another reason why you got to be aware of the snakes. Because the snakes have repressed emotions. So these will be emotions you don't know. These will be emotions you don't know people have. These will be feelings you didn't know people ever felt about you. This kind of feels like the energy of these people will come around and fuck up your shit. If you didn't, so boom, the talkers that are stuck in, the talkers that are going to fall, the reason why God needs you to, again, pray over your new places, pray over your blessings, pray over the things that he's giving to you, pray over the things that he's doing in your life. It's because he's not killing the snakes off. The snake, you and the snakes are just being separated. But it's up to us for the snakes to continue to stay separated. So these people are in denial and they don't like rejection. So you need to be praying about these. You need to be praying about the snakes and the talkers, because the snakes and the talkers, you see the way this snake is wrapped around her. He could really fucking kill her for real, for real. The reason why God is trying to get you to pray over these scenarios and things in your life is because these snakes will either attempt to kill your shit off, attempt to kill your dreams, attempt to kill your aspirations. Or these would be like, these snakes would like purposely try to do some fucked up shit to you. So you need to be aware of this. Now, as far as those of us that have this sacredness and this wholeness, and we're falling in love with ourselves and we're keeping the responsibility, and Knight of Wands, we're not hesitating with showing up for ourselves. Most High, as a matter of fact, put one on the High Priestess with the snake and the yin and yang, with the woman holding her heart. Loss, exactly. Loss of self and identity. Discover your true self again. These people will put you in a predicament or place where you would have to go through your self-love journey all over again. Or either you would have to go through your self-love all over again, your self-worth all over again. You would have to go through it all over again with picking yourself up. You would have to go through it all over again with figuring your way through things, figuring your way out of this dark energy. And that's so crazy that when it comes to the walkers, the cars are light. But when it comes to these talkers, it's this dark ass energy. That's why God needs you to continue to pray, not only about for your own, not only for you. God needs you to pray for the talkers, and God also needs you to pray about being alerted when the talkers are around, because you don't want to be in this place of loss, or you're not supposed to be at this place of loss. Exactly. Blessings. You're supposed to be blessed right now. This is like my Chariot card in this deck. Protection, attention, love. Your guides are always with you. This gives the energy of you're blessed. You are too blessed to be stressed. That's exactly what the fuck that feels like. You're too blessed to be stressed in this new internal space that God is putting you in, as well as this foundation on the outside that God is placing you on. You're going to have to be mindful when these snakes come around, because these snakes are coming around to get you to lose and to get you to fuck up your blessings for real. Most High give us the Knight of Wands. Now with the Knight of Wands, with the mermaid, and the yin and yang with the woman holding a heart, this would be the energy of us feeling abundant and whole within ourselves, and us not lacking and actually showing up for ourselves. Look at this. Chaser. This is like us running after ourselves. And when I say this, this could be like the Knight of Wands. This could be who God made you to be. And this could be the energy that you're in. You're running after who God made you to be. You're running after what God gave you. You're running after what God showed you. I like this. So this is like no longer waiting. No longer, yep, this is like no longer waiting on your, not necessarily no longer waiting on your potential, but this feels like no longer waiting for you to actually show up for yourself. No longer waiting to see what happens. No longer, with this alone energy, abandoned, lonely, lost, the divine is with you. This is almost kind of giving the energy of not letting the unknown scare you. You're ready to charge into the unknown. You're ready to go into the unknown. You're ready to run into the unknown. Because it says in pursuit, convincing, rejection. You all may be rejecting in the month of Leo season, you all may be asked to reject a lot of talkers. Like a lot of talkers may be running up running up after y'all or running up behind y'all. God is needing you to reject the talkers. But you're rejecting the talkers so you can more so run into showing up for yourself and doing for yourself. And you being able to really see the potential of where you can go and what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, I fucks with it. Yeah, I got to go. It's 56 minutes. I love y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.